Welcome back, it's Monday morning and we're picking orders ready to send out for today. Welcome back to Thrifting Me. My name is Rachel. If you're new here, hello, welcome to this reselling channel-ish kind of thing. I still haven't established, but it's basically reselling where I buy stuff from charity shops, car boot sales, sale trails, etc, and resell them to get a profit, pretty much. We have got 8 items going out today. Not a lot over this weekend. It's probably because I've been buying and spending all my money. So I'm going to plop you down here. Yeah, I've been pretty much spending. Over the past like 2 weeks, I spent £400. So I need to calm it down, girl. Calm it down and just get some selling done. So we'll start off with what sold. So the first little item going out is this free train running vest. It's like an elasticated vest. Picked this up at the charity shop, I don't know, probably about 4 weeks ago. Actually, what are we? 2 weeks ago I picked this up for £4 and it sold for $14.95. Free running. I picked 3 up. Two black ones and 1 blue one. So this is the second black one going out and the blue one. So I mean, that's kind of average price that you'll be getting on those. 4 into 14. It's not mega bucks, but it's going out. Next item, we've got this women's Sahara crepe 3/4 sleeve top going out. It's like that crepe material. It's going out for £15. I must have picked it up for about £3-4. Again, no like massive home runs over this weekend, but it can't always be like that, right? So £15, I'm not going to scoff at £15, right? So I have 4 items, all were on auction. So these items that I'm just about to go through now, I've probably made a loss on, to be fair, and they've been sitting, well, not all of them, they've been sitting up in the loft for nearly 2 years, and that is way too long. They've just been sitting around in the boxes, and some of them have been listed, some of them have been unlisted, so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to put a load on auction. I was sorting through stuff anyway to do a car boot sale, so if they don't sell on auction, they're going to go to the boot sale. I'll recoup some of my money. Some of them are £2-3 each, so if I can get £3 at the car boot sale, £2, whatever, it's all good. It's making room. I'll make my money back, at least break even. This jumper here is an Edinburgh collection. It's wool and acrylic mix for £4.99. Cheapest chips. I'll probably pay £4 for that. So once all your tax and everything has come out of that, let's just have a quick look rundown, because I know people are like, oh, you don't show everything. Transaction fees, £1.62. Postage label and then ad fee is 31p. So total earnings is £3.06 on that. Probably made a loss. And I'm probably making a loss on those anyway. But sometimes you've got to cut your losses, just get rid. And I think when you start out, you kind of pick stuff that you think will sell. Some stuff is going to sell really well for you, and some stuff you will learn that it's not great to pick up, but it's all good. Next item on the auction is this vintage Kings Road striped shirt, £4.99 going out again. I probably paid about £3 for that. So £3.37. So just only broken even. You know, I know people are like, oh, it sold for £4.99, right? But obviously once you've taken everything off, then you're left with less. But I'm past caring with these stuff. I was going to take them to the car boot sale anyway, so it's not a big problem on me. It's not a big ticket item. That money's gone, so I'm not worrying about that. This item got paid £5.50. So when the postage and transaction fees are taken off, I get £3.80. And then, oh, that was a Ralph Lauren striped linen top, or striped, yeah, it's striped wrapped linen top. 20. I shouldn't really do these in the morning. My brain's like, what are we doing? And then a sea salt dress that I've had for quite a while. £4.99 for a sea salt dress is absolute bargain. Again, I'm only making £3.06 on that. But I probably could have got more at the car boot sale for that, to be fair. But that is all the auctions that sold. And I think this weekend I have been pretty poor with listings. As I said before, I've been buying loads. And now is the time. I've said this week I'm not buying anything. There's a video coming out this week where I'm at the charity shops. Then you guys need to have serious words with me, because it's not just a lifestyle, it's an addiction, isn't it, really? We can still look, right? We can still look. Next item are these 2 Star Wars toys. I think I picked them up for like 50p each. They've been sitting on my store for a while. Again, they went on auction, so £5 for those. Happy to get rid of them. I wouldn't even make that up at the car boot sale. I'd probably only break even with these. So £5, whatever. And then I picked this up the other day for £2. It's a unicorn makeup thing where the brush, you've got like a palette here, and you touch the colour and then you can change the unicorn. There we go, that's the word. The unicorn's colours, so like change the makeup. I picked it up for £2 and that is going out for £12.95. Come on guys, not massive amounts of money, but things are still moving. So I'm happy about that. I would be worried if I've still got all this stock and nothing is moving. If I have to knock prices down, that's absolutely fine. Look, £2 for that. Once I've taken... Yeah, it's not like, it's like £7. Once I've taken off, they use a 10% discount with that also. So obviously that wasn't the full price, but over all of January, I have got a 10% discount on my store. So the majority of the stuff, unless it's super brand new, is 10%. So they took advantage of that. Good for them. That's what it's there for. Transaction fees was £2.41, and then the ad fee was £1.27. I think about not doing ad fees because I know it's only £1, but adds up. £7.97. So obviously once you've taken £2 off that, £5. I made a £5, but this is the way it goes sometimes, you know. Not every sale. Maybe I should have done a sales last week, because I made some good sales last week. I feel like I justify, like, I am a reseller, you know. I can resell stuff for good money. It's not like £1 or £2 things. I feel like I need to justify myself, but I don't have to, because there are times there where we've either got really low sales or no sales whatsoever, and that's absolutely fine. It's expected to be around this time anyway. So there are some pretty obvious factors that have come into, obviously, this weekend not being the best weekend in sales. And jump back to like 2 videos ago when I was talking about consistency. I've not been consistent with my listings, and that definitely shows with my sales. I have time and time again been like, Rachel, you need to be consistent, and then I forget about it, and then I go and do the dopamine shopping and stuff like that, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to list it, or make excuses not to do that. Over Christmas, I literally tried to do 10 a day, and I know that's not massive for everyone, but when you've got a household to run, you've got stuff to do, etc, etc, you know, it may be difficult for some people to do that. You do what you need to do to make your business move, and I think that's definitely a theme that I'm bringing into 2026, is to properly try and be consistent. It's working well, clearly, but yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, and that's why I'm like, okay, this week I'm not buying this week, because I've got like 3 bags that I need to process, and that's money's just sitting there, right? I could have had a really great weekend potentially if I had listed those stuff. So that's the thing. Another thing is, not all the charity shops that we go into are massive big win ticket items, you know. I'm picking up things here and there for £2, £3, but they're not always going to flip into 100 or 50 or even £20. But for me, charity shops still work. I still find 1 or 2 items out there which I can flip. That's the great thing about it, is that I'm still finding things, saving from landfill, and giving back to people who are looking for said items. One of the instances that keeps me going back to charity shops is I understand that people pick stuff up for their children, but not everybody has that accessibility to get to charity shops. And that's one thing which I love to do, is to pick up things just in case it might be for someone's collection, or it reminds them of something, or they need that part but they can't get out, right? So I picked up a Laura Ashley donkey last year. Someone messaged me and said they're so happy about this. My 5-year-old had this when he was a baby. His one is getting really tatty. I've been looking everywhere for this plush, and you've got it on yours. Thank you for the good price. Obviously, I think mine was like £15. You're not going to be able to get it, and if it is, it's going to be about 40 quid. I suppose there might be one on Vinted, but she said she's been searching everywhere for one and couldn't find it. So that ignites that in me, where I'm like, what if somebody wants that? What if it's someone's like treasured possession, and it's getting a bit tatty and they want to replace it, or you know, they used to have one as a kid and now they want one. And that spurs me on, not only for the fact of that will bring joy to that person, but also it's getting taken out of the charity shops. It's giving money to the charity shops, which will eventually go towards helping said charity, whatever it may be, children's charity, adults charity. And I'm also in the process making some money from it. Which is great. Everybody loves to make money, right? So that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much to everybody who has newly subscribed. Go back and have a look how weird I am. Be blessed. See ya.